Tomb Raider was possibly one of the biggest franchises on the PlayStation era. Some of its more recent additions have been met with a mediocre reception at best. Square Enix have brought their reboot of the series to the Xbox One and PS4. Firstly, you need to know that I haven't played the Xbox 360 or PS3 versions of this game, so I can't really draw a comparison between the different generation versions, so I'm just going to review this on its own merits. Tomb Raider Definitive Edition is a visually impressive game. It looks amazing and the lighting effects bring a stunning quality from the rain slamming down into Lara to burning embers floating up into the night sky. Character animations are, for the most part, very good. There's a few animations that look out of place, but these are few and far between. There's a pretty decent levelling system where you gather salvage and you use this to upgrade your weapons. As you complete challenges, you can unlock skill points, and these can be used to upgrade Lara's abilities with things like increased health, ammo capacity and melee attacks. Controls are solid and responsive, although on occasion jumping to a ledge can be somewhat fiddly. This can lead to some pretty frustrating puzzles. And here we find the first problem of the new Tomb Raider. The puzzles that made the older games so successful have been dumbed down. Instead of any kind of thought process to figure out how to solve the puzzle the game places in front of you, the formula boils down to look for the thing to shoot or activate, and that's it. And that's the main problem with Tomb Raider, it's formulaic. After the first 15 minutes of the game, you've basically seen everything it has to throw at you, and you spend the next 10 hours or so simply going through the motions. There are also far too many quick time events. Now, in my playthrough I felt like I was constantly being prompted to complete a QTE, and I found that this took me completely out of the moment. This brings me to my biggest problem with Tomb Raider. I felt more like I was watching the game rather than playing it. You have very little control over what is happening. There's not even a crouch button. Lara will simply crouch down when she decides to. The majority of the game, no matter how pretty it is, will boil down to you walking forward with nowhere else to go. Even in its more ambitious moments, when explosions burst around you and massive cave-ins are falling around your head, it's still the same formula. Run forward, jump over the gap, wash, rinse and repeat. I think the developers tried to make such a cinematic experience that they forgot that they were making an interactive game. Personally, I didn't like this aspect and it turned me off of the whole game. That being said, it's just my opinion. There are plenty of good aspects to the game, but I found that I had to look for them. The combat is pretty repetitive but solid enough. Once again, after the first few encounters the formula becomes clear. Take cover, kill everyone, and move to the next cover. All it takes for you to be taken down by a group of enemies is for you to miss one finishing move or mistime a dodge. It can be frustrating at times, but it does add some weight to your actions. Tomb Raider Definitive Edition isn't a game that I enjoyed, but I feel like it was more down to my own preferences, rather than it being a bad game. It is a fresh reimagining of one of the PlayStation generation's most beloved franchises. It is drastically different from its predecessors, with a more human and vulnerable Lara, and a storyline that, while still well within the fantasy genre, is engaging and heartfelt. This isn't a game for everyone. If, like me, you're more interested in feeling like you're choosing your own actions rather than going through someone else's script, then this one's probably worth missing. But if you like the fixed cinematic action sequences and the pretty colours, then you should probably get yourself a copy.